What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Married to Reality. I'm your co-host, John, here with my wife and co-host. If she had friends like Adele and Symphony with a C, I would not be a fan either. It's the one and only Teresa with a T.
With the Z, you should have said. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing on this special new season day?
You smell that, Teresa?
Smell the new season.
Is that the new season smell?
Ooh, it sure is.
If I could get a little tree to hang from my rearview mirror with that new season smell, you know I would do it. I love that new season smell. This is new season. This is old couples, though, because this is Happily Ever After.
I love Happily Ever After. I really do.
I love Happily Ever After, too.
I know. And yes.
Why do you love it? Enough of just throwing out statements without backing them up. Why do you love Happily Ever After?
Because these people bring drama.
Okay.
And lot to talk about. And I know some of the drama might be a little pushed on them, or they may have
encouraged.
Create them for the show. But hey, I'm still here for it.
But you're talking more about the couple. You like the couples that were chosen. Happily Ever After is a construct. What do you like about the construct of Happily Ever After? The fact that we're following couples that we know. What is it?
Because I like to see what's going on after.
Yeah, I like to follow up.
I do. I really do. So
and there's something, at least for discussion purposes, about a couple we already know. We have some backstory.
Yes.
We can address how things have progressed, the story arc. So I love Happily Ever After. I'm happy
I do
we're here.
too. There is only one thing I don't like about Happily Ever After. Are you ready?
Ooh. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm not going to guess.
I don't like when a couple from the previous OG season goes straight into Happily Ever After without really doing something else. Like I like, let's say, Shaeeda and Bilal, right? They're here on Happily Ever After. They got married 7 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Very fresh.
Very fresh.
I would like to see them on a Happily Ever After in a year. Like, I want to see what have you been doing, because now they still have the same issues, same old things, right?
Yeah.
But in a year, they would develop different issues. There would be other things going on. And so that's why I like seeing the older couples.
Especially because they didn't have that much drama on the last season. It was the prenup over and over again and pranks.
Yeah.
And so, what are you going to bring differently this season? I'm not sure.
Here is a thought.
Hello.
So we just watched the tell-all, all of us, right? When we watched the tell-all, when they filmed the tell-all, they were already filming Happily Ever After.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, right. So imagine Bilal is doing another season of 90 and then gets grilled like that from Shaeeda and Shaeeda and getting... Because he was out of it. Like, he was the one who kind of stopped talking and he was just trying to digest what was said about him. He's like, I didn't know people think this about me.
Okay, so... help me with your train of thought here. What is...
Well, this is just a thought saying that he signed up for another season before this all came down on him.
I think it was late enough, the renewal, that he could at least see the social media disdain for him. I don't think he saw how his fellow castmates or how his relationship was even affected by the process. But he saw that he was getting hate online.
It wasn't the fellow castmates. If you think about it, no one had anything bad to say about Bilal.
That's true.
But Shaeeda. And then Shaeeda kind of added into that. And Shaeeda basically said, because all he does, we kind of, I fell out of love with him. And then Shaeeda points out the same thing. So I feel like for him, it was more about like, oh shit, is this the issue? Is this my issue? Like, there are two women in my life calling me out on the same thing. Like, what's going on? Like, most of the tell people, like, Bilal, I want to be like you, Bilal, when I grow up.
Well, that's Guillermo. Anyways, we'll get into Bilal and Shaeeda. Just a touch of them this episode. But I hear what you're saying, although I did like, I think it was last Happily Ever After, I liked Jovi and Yara, who are returning, and I liked Brandon and Julia.
You see, I did not like them on the season right after the original season. And that's the main reason why I said it, because I didn't like it last time.
Here's why I liked it. because that was right in the thick of COVID. And
True.
they were a warm blanket. They were comfort because we had just met them. We had just spent a few months with them. And then they're on our TV screen again. And in this time of uncertainty, we've all seen the commercials, in these uncertain times, we were certain that we were going to know some people and they were fresh in our minds and they felt like new friends. And so I liked that season because of that. But I'm with you. You got to let some things breathe sometimes.
Absolutely. And I'm excited for Jovi and Yara on this season because it's been a while. And besides social media, we don't know what's going on, right?
Yes.
So I'm excited about all these couples minus, what's his name? The little perv?
Oh.
The big perv.
Big perv.
And it's honestly, he's trying too hard to be on this show with an American.
So
Give me a break.
let's just say we've decided not to cover them. They weren't on this episode. We're not going to cover them because this is 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After. This isn't the single life Happily Ever After.
Yeah, and they're not even married. If you want to say like, what is this? Like, why is he unhappy? I'm serious. Like,
I don't know.
Does he want to be on TV? Okay.
Yes.
Get on different spin-offs. Why are you unhappily ever after, dude?
Yeah.
You are not living your happily ever after. You're not married.
Yeah.
And you're engaged to an American, period.
I know a lot of you guys may be upset that we're not going to cover them. I know probably more will be happy. So that is what it is. If something wild happens, maybe we'll talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, I have no problem talking about him. I know who he is. I know what he's done and said, and I'm aware of it. But again, like, we're trying to cover this show for what it is, and it's foreigners and Americans.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
I'll leave it at that. All right. Before we get into this episode, let us do a little bit of housekeeping. Maybe we have some new friends who are tuning in because it's the start of a new season. Hello. Welcome. If you're new, glad you're here.
Hello.
Couple things we always ask our friends to do. Follow us on Instagram primarily. We like you to follow us on all social media, but we're mainly active on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. So head over there. It's a good time. We're dropping some memes.
John just dropped a meme.
We're dropping
yesterday,
memes. Yeah.
And guys, you
Is it?
made him very proud.
Is it?
You made him very proud.
That's okay. It's doing all right. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves over there, but we're doing memes over there. We're doing reels over there. We message, we chat with you guys. We use Instagram like WhatsApp. Okay. We're not trying to get into any international relationships with you guys. We've got one of our own right here, but we use it like WhatsApp. So message us, share your thoughts. We love talking to you guys at Married to Reality Pod on Instagram.
Do you use WhatsApp?
No, but all the foreigners on these shows are like,
My mom loves WhatsApp. My dad loves WhatsApp.
It's WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
No,
Yeah.
not like the Bud Light commercial. Spell
WhatsApp.
Spell it for me. That would be a great commercial. Like
It's what?
yeah.
APP.
Yeah, that's the pun.
but I know, but it's pronounced WhatsApp. WhatsApp.
I don't normally correct you, but when you bury a pun like that, I can't just let that go. It's WhatsApp, but it's a play on what's up because it's
Yeah, I
communicating.
like saying WhatsApp.
All right, you say what you want to say. That's Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. Also, make sure you guys are checking out the Patreon. It's big. It's big over there, and it's about to get bigger because we are about to vote on our show that will be replacing Seeking Sister. It's a big deal over there. It's a big event, this vote. We're leaving it in your hands. We're putting up a few shows that are premiering September. One show that's premiering first week of October, which is actually an interesting show. But we'll talk about those at a later date, or if you're on Patreon, you will see them there very shortly. You guys vote. We'll cover. And don't worry, if the show that wins doesn't start until the middle of September and Seeking Sister Wife ends the first week of September, we'll keep throwing bonus episodes at you so you guys don't miss a
you'll
week.
be getting something. And guys, as John always says, the best time to sign up for a Patreon is at the beginning of the month.
So
Guess what?
hold off right now.
We are approaching the end of the month.
Yeah. So pump the brakes. That's why I feel bad. Maybe we should hold off on the voting until... Well, we can let the voting run through the beginning of the month. That way, if people sign up September 1st, we'll still give them a chance to vote.
Yeah.
Okay, so look at that. Look at how we decide business on the pod. So the poll will go up, but we'll let it run until at least September 1st or 2nd. So anyone who signs up on the 1st can vote. And guys, if you aren't familiar with Patreon, that's because Patreon charges you when you sign up, and then your renewal is just the 1st of every month. And so if you were to sign up on the 29th of August, you'd be charged again the 1st of September. That's great if you want to. You can access a ton of back catalog, but we like to let you guys know so you don't feel like you're being double charged.
Yes.
So patreon.com/married to reality. The poll will be up very soon. A lot of exciting shows to choose from. So you'll vote and then we'll cover it. That is Patreon. That is Instagram. Guys, make sure you're following the podcast wherever you're listening right now, the one you're listening to right now, because that means you don't have to think about what day is it, what show is dropping. You follow the podcast. Whatever we put out comes right to your device. And it's so easy to do. I love how easy it is to do. This is how easy it is to do, actually. You look down, you smash that follow button.
Guys, this might be a little expected, but
Oh boy, I know what she's going to do.
smash it like it's
As hot as this new season. We didn't even talk about it, and I knew that's what she was going to
But
do.
I had to. I always do it for
gotta.
new seasons.
You got to do it.
And this one looks hot.
Very hot. Yeah, I'm excited. All right, so you're smashing it. You're following patreon.com/reality. One last thing. You guys know we are suckers for a review. If you haven't left a review and you could leave one, that would mean the world to us. And if it's a 5-star review, I will read it on this podcast. I will read it on the Monday podcast like I'm about to do right now. Okay? Got a new one. This one comes to us from our friend Orsa3214R.
Hello, Ursa.
I think you left your lights on. It's a white Toyota Orsa 3214R. I think you left your lights on. Here's the review. 5 stars. The real deal. It is titled.
Wow, I like that a lot.
Love that. I don't know. Maybe Orsa doesn't listen to the podcast, but love that you jump right into the episode and stay on topic. We're about 12 minutes in right now and have not talked about the episode once, but love that you jump right into the episode and stay on topic. Very entertaining. I love the chemistry between you two.
Oh.
We do too. I wish my hubby would watch these shows with me. Smiley face. That's not a smiley face. Orsa,
I love that.
It's kind of sad. I wish your hubby would watch with you
You know
too.
what? Like, yes, we do all these, what do you call it? Cleaning?
House cleaning?
House cleaning, housekeeping at the beginning. But we always talk about the episode too. Like, we weave it in.
We weave it in. You see how we
So
do
we
that?
don't,
It's
we
not an
don't
accident.
we don't just blab
Yeah.
about nothing,
No.
right? About our promoting ourselves.
Well, we do a little bit of that.
I mean, yes, but we kind of combine it all. So thank you, Ursa.
Yes.
I love the review.
Thank you, Orsa. Beautiful review. If you haven't left a review, be like Orsa. Throw us a review. All right.
Thank you.
I don't know if Orsa considers this jumping into the episode, but here comes a little segment we like to call 90 Day By the Way.
I love it.
All right. I think this is interesting. This first one in particular.
Okay.
Number 1. We all remember Andrew from Andrew and Amira, right? Okay. Do we remember how he asked Amira to send back that green emerald engagement ring that he gave her? Remember they broke up and he said, send it back. Well, now we know what he's doing with it. With the help of his sister Connie, he is selling it on eBay.
Okay.
All right. He says the ring is a bit of a sad reminder, and it reminds him of Amira and that relationship and the failed relationship, and he doesn't want it anymore. He doesn't want that reminder anymore, and he's hoping, well, we'll sell it, and we'll get it in the hands of a 90 Day Fiancé fan. They can have a piece of 90 Day history.
Okay, Andy.
Okay. So,
What is he asking for?
great question. He listed it for,
I'll guess.
what he listed it for?
Okay.
All right.
3,000,
No, lower. It's more,
2,000,
a little bit lower.
1,500.
No, sorry, 1,000. He listed it for 1,000. Here's what he said the appraised value. So here's the deal you're getting if you bid on this. It was appraised for around 7,000.
Oh.
Okay. He listed it at 1,000. So far, 20 people have bid. At the time of recording, 20 bids.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a bidding war. I guess that would count. If it's 2 people going back and forth. I don't know. But the description is the best part because there's always a description with an eBay listing, right? And so the first couple bullet points are to be expected. It's the 90 Day Fiancé Amira's engagement ring. My brother was engaged to Amira. Because remember, Connie's posting.
Yeah.
My brother Andrew was engaged to Amira on 90 Day Fiancé Season 8. It aired in 2020. And then there's this ring history section where it says, purchased in 2018 from Jared prior to Andrew meeting Amira in Las Vegas. See attached photo. Andrew proposed to Amira in summer of 2018, and she said yes. See attached family photo. The ring was too big and needed to be resized. Amira did not begin to wear the ring until 2018. The attached photo of Amira with a garage shopping bag was taken when her and I were shopping together at the Roseville Galleria inside Forever 21 in January 2019. If you zoom in on the photo, you'll see she's wearing the engagement ring we're selling. It's just like, is this weird? Yeah, it's this weird timeline of the relationship intermingled with facts about the ring and photos to support that's the authentic ring.
Interesting.
Current bid. Do you want to guess the current bid after 20 bids? What is it up to?
12,000?
12,000?
No?
$2,075.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the original price?
Appraised for $7,000. I don't know what he paid for it. Sometimes you buy something, it gets appraised for higher.
Yeah.
I don't know what he paid, but for $2,075, that's where it's at right now. If you want to bid on it, I think there's 5 or 6 days left to bid if you're interested.
Interesting.
Can I do a little, by the way, 1.2 on Andrew?
Sure.
So he's living in Portland now. And
Portland, Oregon.
Portland, Oregon. Shout out to Portland, Oregon, BDX. He just posted a little video on Instagram. He was eating brunch, he says, and he saw 3 guys chasing after this other guy, yelling racial slurs at him.
Jeez.
So Andrew stepped in, and there's a bunch of cell phone video. He compiled all the cell phone video I guess people posted, and he steps in. He steps up. He confronts these guys. They start pushing him around. One of the guys hits him in the face.
Jesus.
And the whole time, Andrew just stayed cool and was just standing up for this person. I was like, all right. Well, I mean, you guys know, maybe you guys don't. Andrew came on the podcast.
Yeah, he was good. He was fun.
He was a nice guy, and we can say probably a ton of things about him, but we could also say a ton of things about Amira. But this was pretty respectable,
That's great.
how he stood up for what was right and did not throw a punch back.
Good for him.
I think he's a pretty big guy, tall. He seems pretty tall.
Maybe.
So, I don't know.
It's hard to judge on TV because I knew that, let's say, Ari probably is on the shorter side.
Yeah.
I didn't know that she's less than 5 feet tall.
No, she's not.
Someone said she's 4'11".
Really?
Yeah, she's super tiny.
Yeah.
And she
so
doesn't.
proportionally, she doesn't.
She doesn't look on TV. You would say oh, she's maybe 5'5".
And I bet Benny's on the shorter side too.
That's what Kenny said too.
Interesting. Yeah. Anyway, good for Andrew.
Yeah,
out there.
That's good.
Vigilante.
Good for him.
All right. By the way, number 2, and this is probably the biggest story in the 90-day universe right now. Eve, Aviva Muhammad, arrested for domestic battery and specifically charged with 1 count of battery and 1 count of assault against a household member, that person being Muhammad.
All right. We haven't talked about this, you and I.
We have not.
What do you think she was wrongfully arrested or rightfully?
See, I don't know the laws well enough. So the thing that came out was a audio recording.
Yes.
And I'm assuming Muhammad recorded this.
Yeah, and thank you guys to all of you who sent it to us.
I think, Sasha, you may have been the first to send it in. So
it was coming left and right, but yeah, thank you guys.
Specifically, thank you for always thank the first person who sends in it. But yes, so I don't know. Muhammad filed the complaint and says, Eve gets drunk, she gets violent, I worry for my safety. Eve's manager says, well, you can't believe that. He's making them up. But there's this audio recording of the two of them fighting. It is hard to listen to because you can hear the pain and the hurt in Eve's voice. She's at her wit's end. She's screaming about how Muhammad never helps around the house. He's always off with his friends. And it gets very heated and it escalates. And you hear Muhammad saying, stop hitting me. Stop touching me. Stop hitting me. She doesn't rebut that comment. She doesn't say, I'm not hitting you. She doesn't say, what are you talking about? So that does make me think she was getting physical. Because
but
if you
how
said
physical?
that,
Did she push him or did she actually punch him? Because I feel like if you're upset and you push someone, I don't think it's that bad.
I don't like the
call me out on that, guys. But I don't think if she was so enraged because he did something and she pushed him, I don't think that's an assault.
But what if I pushed you? there is that double
I would push
standard.
you back.
I know, but there is that double standard of if a guy pushed a woman, that's bad. So should we say it's
I
not
know,
bad?
and that's why I'm saying this is such a weird topic because it's hard to take sides. But if
Violence is never the answer. Let's just say
absolutely
that.
not. No.
But should you get arrested if you push someone? I don't know. That's why I'm saying I'm not a lawyer. Or is the verbal assault enough? Again, not a lawyer.
I don't know, but from what we've seen, I don't know how much to trust Mohammed. Like he literally used. Let's just be honest right here. He used Eve to get to America.
Yes, and that's the other big part of the story.
Yes. Like all the people, including freaking Ghibli, who was like, I see true love. It's like, yes, you don't, you idiot. Like the whole sponsor, how he called her a sponsor, how he wanted to, speed up the wedding and all that.
Yeah.
They all was showing us slowly that, he's not here for Eve, right?
Right.
And then talking to other women and all this. Like, he is not here for Eve. And so that whole, like, end of the tell-all when he's apologizing and all this BS, I'm like, all right, like, you're putting up a face for TV, right? You're not in this for Eve. You guys never been in love. Like, she was infatuated with him.
Yes.
He saw the big-ass green card, right?
Yes.
And a place to live.
Yeah. And so the speculation is he was trying to make a case for himself to get a U visa, which is for immigrants who are victims of crimes. And so if he had this story and had this recording, he could essentially just get a visa and stay here that way.
I guess.
We're
not lawyers.
We don't know the story. We don't know the whole story. It's sad all around.
Yes.
It's definitely a sad story. So we'll see. We will stay tuned. We will update you as more facts come out.
I just hope that this is not going to affect her care for her son. Like, is he going to be taken away from her?
That's an
now
interesting.
she has an assault on her registry. Is that what you call it?
No.
What do you call it? Where you have something, you did something and it's written somewhere. What is it? It's the registry.
No, that's what you put together when you're getting married.
So what is it?
Her record. Oh. Which is what you put on when you're dancing at your wedding.
Okay.
But that's a very sad realization. If Muhammad, I don't know that he doesn't know the laws of America to know that, yes, that could affect her rights to her child, but that's really sad. And if that is the case, then shame on Muhammad, all the shame.
Yeah, I'm sure that Eve's probably hitting her head against the wall saying, why the fuck did I do this?
Yeah, as long as she stops hitting Muhammad. I'm just kidding. I don't know that she hit Muhammad. All right. Anyway, let's get into the episode. Let's talk about it. Sunday night, 90 Day Fiancé. Happily ever after. Question mark?
We forgot to do it at the beginning.
Did we?
Happily ever after? Question mark.
No, this is when we do it.
Oh, okay. It's been a while.
Season 7, episode 1. Happily ever after. Question mark.
Let's start with our good old couple. Emphasis is on the old.
It's just, yeah.
Yes,
it's not my favorite couple, but actually this couple made me laugh. Actually, this couple didn't make me laugh. Sadna made me laugh this episode.
I hate to say this, but first when I learned that Sumit and Jenny and Sumit, that's who we're talking about, in case you didn't know. First, when I learned that they're gonna be in Happily Ever After, I'm like, oh my fucking God, why? But now watching them, I'm like, I like it. I freaking like it. I forgot that I like watching them.
I'm gonna get tired of them, as we probably do with every couple. But yeah, there seems to be something fresh being brought to the table here, in that it's not my parents don't know about us getting married
because they finally got married. But
that's been the story for years.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that maybe Jenny wants to move if she's not going to be supported in India. So that could be interesting. But but Sumit is at least now saying, I'm not moving. I'm not leaving my parents. I can't do that.
So an accident's about to happen.
It's just a couple kids on a roller skating date, Teresa. How dare you?
It's roller blading.
It was not. It was roller skating.
Is it blading when you have the
That's
blade?
inline.
I would love to roller skate one day.
Yeah.
Have you ever done it?
See, that would have been something to do at Justin and Alexis's 90s party. Roller skating to me is so 90s.
In case you are not following, he's talking about maths.
Yeah, in case you're not watching maths, what are you doing?
Yeah, but no, it is. So, I had roller skates, those plastic ones that you kind of put over your shoes, right?
Okay.
And it was a crap. It was just horrible. It was plastic. And so then I was like, I hate this. My parents got me a regular rollerblades because I fell badly several times on these plastic roller skates.
Yep.
But these real ones, I used to wanted to go, and this is very American, but I always wanted to go to a roller skating discotheque.
Sure, that's American.
Very American.
I mean, I've had multiple birthday parties at the roller rink.
I would love to go, but something for adults, like 30 plus. So you can kind of keep up with everyone else, trying to be careful not to break their hips.
Got it.
I don't want to go with like 15-year-olds.
Okay.
I want like an oldies.
I don't want to go at all.
Like an oldies night.
Okay, well, that's what was happening here for sure.
Oh, that's for sure.
For sure, but Jenny was handling it like a champ until she wasn't.
I literally, when she fell, I thought I heard a crack. I'm like, this is it. The hip is broken.
Happily ever after, question mark? No. What it reminded me of is that classic, that original viral video of the wine stopping lady. Have you seen that? Have I showed you that?
No.
She's at the Biltmore, and she's got this tub of wine, this tub of grapes that she's smashing.
You showed it to me.
And it's her and this other lady, and she gets real cocky, and she's all of a sudden like, let's race. And then she starts stopping really fast, and she falls off, and she's like, I can't breathe. And when Jenny went down, I flashed back to that. And I thought,
Why did you say it's in the Biltmore?
I think that's where they shot it. They were on the property of the Biltmore.
Nice.
I think so. It's been a while. But long story long, they're rollerblading. It's everyone was on the edge of their seats.
Yes, and neither knows how to do it.
No.
I think Sumit has this first time, and Jenny's like, I used to do it when I was a kid. It's like, okay, Jenny, 60 years ago, we got it.
Yeah.
We got it.
But she went down. She took a spill.
Oh my gosh. I was like, she just broke her entire body.
I hope you have good insurance in India, Jenny.
Mm-hmm. But she stood up. She's good. She's fine. Right? And they kind of talked about their backstory, the meetings, and Sumit being married, and all the drama, the parents' approval, and the marriage that we all watched.
Yes.
Right?
But the parents still don't know. They've been married for 2 months, and the parents still don't know that they're married.
Yes. And then we see them driving a car. So this is new. Because they used to be taking a cab everywhere, right?
No, I didn't even notice.
Tiny cabbies.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Sumit is driving, by the way, driving in India. Wild. I was just watching. I'm like, there are no rules.
They're like, well, this rollerblading is not going to be our form of transportation, so I guess we're going to have to drive.
And then, because Jenny said, oh, careful, it's our car, because he was driving out of control. And I'm like, oh, so they upgraded. And not just with a car, they also got a new apartment.
Yeah.
So a lot has happened for these guys.
How are they?
A lot has happened.
How are they doing that? What is their source of income? They
Cameo.
already drained Jenny's 401k.
I think Cameo, I hope he does some work. And we saw, like, a while back, someone posted on social media that Jenny works for a hotel.
Oh, that's right.
So, and again, I'm sure they get money from Cameo or something else.
I mean, they get paid for this, and the more seasons you're on, the more you get paid. So
yeah, so they're doing it.
So then we see some salty water drinking at the cafe, a.k.a. lemon water, which Jenny is not a fan of. And so I Googled, what is this? Because I thought, you don't just drink salt water, do you? It's, and I'm going to mispronounce this, so apologies. Nimbu Pani. Mm-hmm. It is they call it Indian lemonade, and it is lemonade, more or less, with a special salt sprinkled in.
I like the sound of it.
I feel like you would like it.
I would probably love
it.
it.
Well, you like sour.
I love
Salt
sour and salt.
Okay. There was recipes. We could maybe make one, try it out.
Oh.
There was no booze in it from what I saw. But, so we'll throw a splash of tequila in there or something. But they're talking about do we tell Sumit's parents that we're married or not?
Yeah. So Jenny says no because she doesn't want to go through this whole disapproval. And Sumit says we have to because they're my parents and there are multiple people who know we're married.
Who knows? I mean, the entire world knows.
But he's afraid that if the parents found out from someone else, they'll disown him. And let's just add this. This is 2 months after the marriage.
Yeah, well, that's my question is who knows that hasn't told the parents already? Like they've been sitting on it for 2 months?
Well, I don't know if the show airs in India. Maybe parents don't even want to watch.
That's fine, but who knows about the wedding?
Doesn't the brother know? I think he does.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure he does.
No one was invited. It was a big
No.
party. It was a nice wedding, but there weren't any guests there. And so
Jenny's friend, no. Remember, she has a friend.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure some of Sumit's friends know. So, yeah.
All right, well, those are bad friends if they're going to spill the beans.
True, but Sumit just has a need to tell them. And okay.
Because he's a mama and a daddy's boy.
He is.
Which is cultural, and that's fine. But I think your loyalty now lies with your wife. And the fact that Sumit went behind Jenny's back and is like, I invited my parents to the house. We're going to tell them the news without discussing it with your wife. Not good.
Well, before we discuss that. Okay, so they have the new apartment, right? It looks nice. It's a nice apartment.
Okay.
But they still have the old house.
Yeah.
And then Jenny said the reason why they get the new apartment, and correct me if I'm wrong, is because she doesn't want them to come to the old house and then drag Sumit away once they find out they're married. So they get an apartment, so no one knows where they are.
Well, that's my other question is, do the parents not even know about the new apartment?
No, they don't.
They think they're still living in the old house.
Yeah, and how much do you make so you're keeping 2 places now?
It's unreal. Yeah, and the new place looked nice. They both look like big places.
Yeah.
They're doing something right. They're doing a lot wrong, but they're doing doing something right.
Yeah, but the reason why they got the apartment, I'm like, am I hearing this correctly? Like, did you get an apartment to hide from the parents?
Yeah.
Gee.
Well, I think Jenny thought, oh, one day the parents are going to roll up and kidnap him, kind of the way they did in a previous season. And so just the further away, the better. And maybe that's why they needed a car, too, is because they're living so far away now that they can't rely on public transportation.
Yeah. Oh, so they're making some money now, so they got a car. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. And so they're talking about how we're going to break the news. And Jenny's like, I want to be able to say some things. I want to be able to speak to your parents. And Sumit does not like this idea at all.
No, he's just be quiet. Just sit there quietly.
You be quiet. I'm thinking of what I can do to keep my parents calm. I'm thinking about hugging them. I'm thinking about holding their hands. Like, what are your ideas? What are you bringing to the table, Jenny? I've come up with those 2 on my own.
Well, Jenny's getting pissed.
Yeah, because she wants to show her love and support like a good wife.
And this is what I'm kind of like, Sumit, on one hand, because first she says, oh, I don't want to do this. Like, this is a bad idea. I don't want to tell the parents. I don't want to go there.
We made it this far.
Yes.
Why rock the boat?
So Sumit is like, well, you're my wife. I want you there. I want you to support me. I want to show them that this is real. Good. And then Jenny's like, okay, well, I want to say something. Nah. And just sit there and just show that we're together without saying anything.
Right.
And she's not having it, right?
Actions
she's like,
speak louder than words. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she stormed out. Sumit followed her and eventually convinces her to go with him.
Yes.
And so we get to see this day. It's going to happen. And in preparation of the arrival of the parents, we got to clean up the place. This place is still in shambles. Even though no one's living there, this place is somehow getting dirtier without inhabitants.
Yes, and I still want to know. I hope they'll talk about it because that house, they have everything in that house. The couch, the kitchen is fully stuffed. So did you buy everything for your new place? What's going on? Are you renting on Airbnb? Do you live in 2 places?
I think they rented a fully furnished home. I think the first place they rented was fully furnished, and so maybe they did that again. But they have everything. That place looked like
They live there.
Yeah, yeah. Sumit was using a leaf blower. I don't know if you picked up on that to clean the floor. He's just using a leaf blower. I'm like, that's ingenious.
Yes, but they're trying to clean because last time Sadna was saying this place is so messy.
She just
Jenny is so messy.
sweep. So, okay, the whole family arrives. Mom, dad, Amit, the wife with the nice eyes, and
Very nice eyes.
very nice eyes, right?
Very nice
I think they
eyes.
got nicer. And Jenny comes out in a full sweat with tea for poor Jenny in a full sweat with tea for everyone.
Chai.
I translated tea.
But you know what's funny? You know how you say tea in Czech?
I'm gonna guess chai.
Yes.
Yeah, I translated for our friends. So Sadna's like, you're sweating from making tea, you old hag? What are you doing? Come over here, let me show you. Sumit, point that leaf blower at her, cool her down. Let me show you how it's done. And they just start, this is the Don Rickles of India over here, because they just start making fun of how Jenny speaks Hindu, how she looks.
Well, that's Sadna. Like Sadna, what the fuck, Sadna? And like Jenny actually.
Sadna, more like savage.
Oh, more like savage for
Hello.
sure. Like, okay. First, Sumit says, "Oh no, you don't say anything." So everyone sits and look at each other. Sadna looks pissed as hell.
Yes.
So then finally, Jenny is like, "Fuck, this is awkward. I'm gonna say something."
Very nice. Yeah, she's
like-
being very polite.
Yeah,
and
she's like, "How's everyone doing?"
how is everyone? What's going on in your lives? It's a long
Yeah.
time no see.
Dad is gonna retire in the month of January.
I love how he. Well, I'm going to retire in the month of January. So
His
that's
English
exciting.
is good. Like I like that.
I love it. I love when people who speak proper English.
Yes. And okay. And then meanwhile, like Sadna just started talking this smack about poor Jenny who's just sitting there like thinking everything's fine.
And cut to Jenny telling the camera, Sumit isn't talking, and I'm just more and more sweaty. Love the sweat update. Jenny.
Basically Sadna is saying, look at her arms, they're so fat.
Fat arms.
What are you talking about? She's wearing a long sleeve shirt. What are you?
She had the slits. She gave
Yeah,
Sadna
she's
a
in
look.
her 60s. Let
No,
her be.
It was so inappropriate. Unbelievable.
So bad.
Unbelievable.
And you know why it was extremely bad? Because don't they have to respect their elders?
I actually don't think
She's
Jenny
the
is.
oldest out of all of them.
Do we have that confirmed?
Yes.
Have we seen the birth
Yes.
certificates?
She's the
Unbelievable.
oldest, so
Zero respect.
zero respect.
Now it's Rodney Dangerfield. But so Jenny's like, yeah, remember the last time we were here? We had that nice talk in the park, and I never saw you afterwards. And what I took away from that was that you accepted me and loved me and wouldn't stop us if we wanted to get married.
Well, that's not what Sadna heard.
Apparently something lost in translation over there.
But
yeah.
I remember that. I remember that it was
Something like
very
that.
emotional, some laugh.
Yeah.
They dropped the L words.
No commenting on her arms. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Sadna was like, we never said that.
I never.
That was never. We never said that. And then she's getting like more and more upset.
You will never get married.
You will never marry her. And then Sumit got pissed. He's like, well, we actually got married. Like Sadna loses her shit. And I think this must have been real because she truly lost her shit.
Oh,
She
Sadna's
couldn't
like,
even look at something. She literally like, she was so shocked. I don't know if you saw it. She started like spinning around, turning towards like her husband and Amit. She couldn't even look at Jenny and Sumit.
yeah. No, she couldn't believe it. She's like, never show up at my door. If you do, I will insult you and throw you out. You think fat arms is all I got? You think I got more where that came from? Fat arms, I'm just warming up. It was raw. It was authentic. Savage over here.
Savage, indeed.
Yeah.
Oh, savage.
Did he totally come out and say that they were married though?
Yes.
I thought he was just teasing the idea.
No, he said we got married. Because she was like, you will never marry her. I never approved it.
Right.
She said, over my dead body.
Right. She's going to threaten suicide again.
Yeah, she's like, even if I'm on my deathbed,
Right.
I won't allow it. And
Right.
somebody was like, well, we got married.
Okay, got it. I think, I was just in a fever.
And she
over it.
lost her shit.
Yeah.
Loved it.
So yeah, I'm into this couple now.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what did I hate on the Jenny?
Because it's the
Sumit?
same story over and over again.
Well, now it's a new story
now it's a
because
new
they
story.
are married. It was the
Yeah.
same story when she kept coming and he kept saying, I don't want to marry you because of ABC. And it's like, you don't want to marry her, period.
Yeah.
But then he married her and we all were like, finally. It's the same thing like Stepanka and her celibacy.
Right.
Like you
Enough
finally
with the
banked.
subs. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what's next for these
Sadna's
peeps.
got new insults.
Oh, yeah.
Whip out a nose noodle. It's going to get wild this season, I think. So,
all right.
let's
Are
go.
you ready
Yeah,
to our new old new, very recent?
Oh, boy. From an old favorite to a new least favorite, I think.
What are you talking about?
I don't like Bilal and Shaeeda.
Oh.
You do?
No.
So there
But
are...
I said old new or the new old because they were on the previous season.
Okay.
I didn't organize my thoughts properly.
I could tell. I was trying to help you out.
Oh.
From an old favorite to a new least favorite. There are new least favorite couple.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh boy. Bilal and Shaeeda, folks.
Oh, we should cut it out. No, we won't.
What are
Let's
you
be
talking-
all. Let's be it all like Sadna.
You're going to start making me edit now? Please. I do enough for this podcast.
You do.
Didn't you watch
Guys,
this? I'll send you a link to the video of me doing everything.
Guys, I'm
You
gonna
just
give
show up,
this,
you sit down in that chair
I'm gonna
you-
give this to John.
and
He
talk
does
over me.
a lot. I do talk over
No,
you quite a bit.
I talk over you more. It's okay.
That's love, bitches.
We can agree when we're wrong. All right.
All right, Bilal and Shaeeda.
Shaeeda's first time in the snow. It looked like it was Bilal's first time in the snow because he was down in there wearing jeans.
And this is where I'm gonna have my ignorant moment. Are you
boy.
ready?
If you're new to the podcast, Trez has about 7 of these an episode. So here we go.
That's not true.
Ignorance, the segment.
Ignorance
part
the
one.
segment. I
Oh,
never
boy.
thought.
I never thought it snowed in Missouri.
Yes!
We're on the same wavelength, even though we're not on the same wavelength today.
How did you know I'm gonna say that?
Because we're talking about snow and we're talking about
Yeah, I honestly, I
first
knew it
times.
gets colder in Missouri. I never
Yeah.
thought because it's like in the middle of the country.
snows in Texas sometimes.
I know, but my dad didn't go there.
Yeah, it's yeah.
And it's funny, we almost moved to KC once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
And I never thought it's gonna snow there. And guys, don't get me wrong, I love snow. Like winter is my fall and winter are my favorite seasons.
Yeah.
But I'm like, holy shit, there's snow in Missouri, and that's my ignorant moment.
I mean, yeah, it's more of a northern state than I mean it's next to Illinois.
I
Right.
know, like we went to Tennessee over Christmas, and we were wearing a T-shirt and a light jacket,
Yeah.
and I almost feel like Tennessee, they're more or less in the same level as Missouri. More or less
No, Missouri is north
is it
of Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little, that's what I'm saying. A little bit, not
Yeah.
north.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway,
first time in the snow. Yeah, Bilal's wearing his jeans. When you wear jeans, I don't know how familiar you guys are who are listening with snow. Shaeeda was not. But when you wear jeans in the snow,
it's the worst.
it
It
is
gets heavy.
bone chilling. It cuts right through. Jeans do not protect against the wind.
No.
You get them cold, you get them wet. And Bilal just looking like a absolute moron rolling around in the snow in his jeans. But
Well, you remember we went to Finland a few years back, guys. It was negative 15 degrees. It was out of control.
yeah, we're not exaggerating.
We were wearing jeans, but we had pants underneath our jeans.
I had
the
flannels.
yeah.
And I had the pants you wear when you go skiing. I guess those are flannel pants.
Yeah, we had like several, like
And
I looked like a
sweatpants.
sausage in
Yeah.
my jeans, but I had to have several layers.
Yeah, we weren't wearing the jeans to keep warm. We were wearing them to look presentable. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we'd walk in our underwear somewhere. But yeah, so they've been married 7 weeks now.
Yes.
So it's things are happening. And we see them at a Kansas City barbecue restaurant.
Barbecue.
Yeah. And so Shaeeda is loving American food, which is good.
Yeah.
Right? When you come from another country, you want to enjoy the cuisine of
But
the...
be careful, Shaeeda. I gained several big ass pounds because I was loving the American food.
But what were you loving? It wasn't...
Everything.
What was your guilty pleasure when you first moved
A
here?
muffin.
Mm.
And then a
you had a muffin
hamburger
top.
and French fries. And
Yeah.
I was...
But you
don't-
had that in check.
What?
Burger and fries.
Yeah, but we don't really... Like, when I left Czech, I was in my early 20s or late 20s, right? Up to that point,
Which
the only
was
time...
it?
Late 20s. Up to that point,
Was it?
I mean, I was 20, like late into my 20s.
Teresa was 20. What she's trying to say is she was almost 21.
Yes.
To her, that's late 20s.
I was 4 months from being 21.
Oh, boy.
Thank you. It's been tough. Back to my story, right? After that point, I didn't really go out to restaurants, maybe with my parents, and I'm a sucker for Czech food, so I wouldn't order a hamburger. That's not on Czech menus. Maybe nowadays you have these barbecue places, but if you go to a regular Czech restaurant, you don't have burgers and stuff on the menu. So I've never really had any besides McDonald's. Hello.
The first time I went to Czech, I remember we ate the classic Czech food. We were in small town Czech. And so I ate that for 8-9 days straight. And we finally went to Prague. And I was like, cheeseburger. Because they had it, because the bar had a cheeseburger.
It was a good place. They had Czech food and cheeseburgers.
You're right. Yeah. So the cheeseburger's not everywhere.
You know what my super, super guilty pleasure was? And I still love it to this day.
In the States? Here in America?
You know, I love it. Like, you're probably not going to think of this, but if I tell you, you'll be like, yes, you love that.
Okay.
A good old diner burger with mushrooms.
Yes,
the little
love that.
soggy one with the French fries shaped as little windows.
Waffle fries?
Yes!
Give me steak fries. Anyways.
Waffle fries with this beautiful soggy burger.
Anyways, they're eating some authentic KC BBQ. Did Bilal just finish auditioning for the role of the lion in his local production of Wizard of Oz?
I like the fleece.
Whoa! It looked like the top half of a costume.
It looked a little bad-ish.
Why is Bilal wearing his Snuggie out of the house?
Why not? It's cold in KC. Let him wear a little flannel. Yeah. No, it's not a flannel. What do you call it? The fluffy? Fleece. I have a few of them.
Fleece. So the OCD storyline is back. Now Bilal doesn't think he has OCD, though. Shaeeda thinks he does.
I think Bilal probably read about a few things because a lot of people are saying that he's not OCD.
No, he's not. I said it. Maybe he listens to this podcast. But Shaeeda's issue is he doesn't want to share a drink with his wife, which I think is a little ridiculous, Bilal.
Yeah. And
you guys don't kiss? You guys don't use a little tongue when you kiss?
What's even more ridiculous is that she eventually gets to have a sip and he's like, ew, your saliva.
It's your backwash. Oh.
Ew.
Come on, Bilal. That's not OCD. It's insanity.
Yeah, it is. I feel like if I was trying your drink, I would use the straw.
If you were sick.
Well, that's a different story.
Because you don't want to get your partner sick, you don't want to get sick. But if you're having sex like adults do, and you can't share a beverage.
Right?
Bilal?
We always share a beverage, but you're right. When I'm sick or you're sick, we don't.
And this is not, I know we're going on about it, but this was not some storyline that they're trying to make happen. No. This was just like an off-the-cuff comment. So that's how you know it's real. Bilal doesn't want Shaeeda drinking out of his cup. Wild.
But Shaeeda is saying, I'm still getting used to all these little things. When it comes to Bilal,
there's a lot to get used to.
There's a lot to get used to.
But Bilal's not the only issue here. Shaeeda still has an issue with Bilal's ex, Shaeeda.
Okay. Again, back to the tell-all. I think this was shot before the tell-all or after. Because, yes, they're going to go and meet Shaeeda to kind of confront her face-to-face or talk about things face-to-face. But they did this on the tell-all.
Good point, but nothing was worked out. It was actually even worse on the tell-all.
True.
Shaeeda was really giving it to Shaeeda. So this could be post tell-all. We really need to sit down and figure this out.
Or before tell-all.
Maybe. We'll have to see how it goes.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, we don't see the actual meeting, but we see them driving there and kind of talking and discussing what they want to get out of it, and then Bilal confusing Shaeeda with Shaeeda because it's like potato to him. I'm like,
that's
dude,
bad.
Like that's your wife. I get
that's
it
bad.
if it's like your friends, your coworkers, and you get confused. Okay, your wife and your ex-wife.
Yeah. I was waiting for Shaeeda to start slapping Bilal while he was driving again. After that comment, that would have been.
I think she learned her lesson.
Well deserved.
But she called him out on that, so that was good.
Yes.
She's like, really? I'm a Shaeeda.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. All right. That's really it. So I think we should take a break.
Let's take a break
before
we dive into
we're gonna dive.
Another good old couple.
We're going to dive. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back in a second. And we're back.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hello, Teresa. How
You love when I say hello to you in the middle of this podcast.
That's just something you do.
Something I do for myself and yourself and you guys.
You welcome us back, and thank you.
I sure do.
Thank you. Let's talk about this next couple, Teresa.
I'll be there for you.
Ooh.
Wait, no, that's not the song. That was
for Baby Girl.
That was for BGL.
I forget what song this was.
Zara
Was not
but that's not Kimberly.
No.
Was it a song for Kimberly?
I don't think she got a song. I think that was
I don't think she got a song
I think that
either.
was a problem. Anyway, we're clearly talking about
Kim
Kimberly.
and Usman.
I barely recognized her without a Soulja Boy shirt on. I was like, who's this? I was like, Soulja Boy's got another middle-aged white woman. Who's this? Oh, Kimberly.
Let me make a comment here. This might sound, you guys might give me some shit about what I'm about to say.
Oh boy, I always get very nervous when Teresa prefaces
please.
because she says very ridiculous things without prefacing it. So when she does preface it, I get even more concerned.
All right. We see throughout this segment, we see the throwback to the tell-all, to their tell-all, right?
Yeah.
Kim looked great. And she just had a little, well-done makeup and straightened her hair.
Mm-hmm.
And she was wearing, leather pants and a green blouse. She looked good.
Okay.
And I wish that sometimes some
What
of
are you
these
saying
peeps
now?
take something from the tell-all, be like, damn, if I step up my game just a little bit, look at me.
Oh, how dare you?
I'm serious. You can do this at home.
Maybe she likes the way she looks on a day-to-day basis.
I would hope so. But if
Okay.
you're trying to step up your game for this up-and-coming rapper, right?
Mm-hmm.
You looked fab on the tell-all. And that's all I'm going to say.
All right, well, she is trying to step up her game, Teresa, because she's at a teeth whitening clinic.
True.
Okay? So,
All right, that's the first step.
all right, it's the first step. she's
Just iron your hair. That's it. Straighten your hair, at
she's
least.
whitening her teeth, showing the tooth tech Soulja Boy's newest video.
I'm pretty sure she was wearing his shirt, wasn't she?
No, she was definitely not.
But it was on TV at the whitening place.
Can you imagine if you went to your dentist and the Soulja Boy's video was playing? I'd be like, I need to find a new dentist ASAP. So then we flash back through all of Kimberly's roles. Fan, super fan, friend, FedEx delivery guy, potential girlfriend, and to where she is now.
She's an actual girlfriend, and she wants to be a fiancé, at least, or one of them.
One of them. And we learn there were ups, there was downs, things boiled over at the tell-all, but Usman won her back. She returned to Nigeria to see him.
Without the cameras.
Probably when the new iPhone dropped. He was like, can you get here? Like this weekend? And she was treated like a queen, so things are back on.
Ooh, and she's gonna go to Nigeria again in a few weeks.
Yes.
With the camera, aka she's taking us with her.
We're going with. So speaking of going with, we go with her. She's with her friends, Vanessa and Alyssa. Were these the two friends from last season that we saw where they were on the beach and they were like, I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty... one of them for sure. I think both, but
Okay. So
I recognize at least one of them.
they're all hanging out. Did she donate all of her Soulja Boy t-shirts to Goodwill? Because she's not wearing one now either. She didn't wear one Soulja Boy t-shirt this episode. She's been on for 5 minutes at this point. Not one Soulja Boy
because
t-shirt.
she's not a potential anymore. Now she's the official girlfriend. She's got him. She's got his heart.
Got it.
She doesn't need a t-shirt if she has the heart.
Got it. So she's showing off her pearly whites, and we learn why she was going to get her teeth whitened. And it wasn't because Teresa made her feel bad about herself. It was because someone else made her feel bad about
I
herself.
did not make her feel bad about herself. I just said
You know
that
she follows the pod.
Yeah, if she
Okay.
listens, I'm saying she looked great during the tell. Just
Yes.
girlfriend, try to use the hair straightener.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. This is a new segment, Beauty Tips the segment, by yours truly, Teresa.
All I'm saying is because we saw it. I'm not saying I'm not making shit up saying.
I mean, don't go any further than you need to. Kimberly, we love you. Don't go any further.
All I'm saying,
You liked her tell-all look.
yes.
You liked her tell-all look.
I love how you always try to fix
I try to
things
dig
after
you
me.
out. I try to dig you. You know,
Don't dig me out. Let me
Teresa
Let me be.
Teresa didn't love Kim. Teresa didn't love the Soulja Boy t-shirts that you were wearing constantly, and she loved when you stripped off the Soulja Boy tee, straightened your hair, You looked like $1 million.
She looked like a woman.
Ooh.
She didn't look like a wannabe a teenager. I'm just gonna say that.
All right.
I'm just gonna say that.
There you go. And now this woman's got new pearly whites because Usman told her teeth were too yellow.
Oh, Usman, that's love. That's love.
Yeah.
Or that's what Jubri would say.
Is it? That's real. That's true love.
That's true love.
That's true
Oh, he's calling you out on your imperfections. That's love.
So then we learn, yes, she's going back to Nigeria in a few days to meet Usman's family, and she's got a plan. She's got a plan. She, Kimberly, is going to propose.
And become the first wife.
Yes.
And apparently, the second wife would just be like there for the kids, but she would be the first. She would be the main. Have you watched Seeking Sister Wife?
This is the crossover we all deserve, is Kimberly on Seeking
gosh.
Sister Wife.
But I don't think she gets it. And that's her friends call her out saying, you're being a naive. Like the fact that he's going to have another wife, that's going to give him kids.
Yes.
You're not going to be the main wife. You're going to be one of the wives.
She's not even going to be one of the wives. She's gonna slide into the role of grandma.
Yes.
I think. She's the elder statesman.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be there. She will be able to watch the kids while Soulja Boy and the new wife are off on a date.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to be the grandma.
Oh, yeah.
It's not what she thinks it's going to be. She's all happy now because she's got her shiny new object. I'm not talking about her teeth. I'm talking about Soulja Boy. And then that's going to fade and you're going to really want a partner. And he's going to be with his other wife.
Yeah, I totally see your point. But
So-
yeah, that would be a great crossover.
Can we make that happen? But we're not the only ones that don't support this idea. Kim's friends don't support the idea of the multiple wife situation.
And Kim hates it, so she basically storms out. But I like how she tells them, I need a minute.
Yes.
She doesn't just storm off like how some people would.
I'm done.
That we'll get there hopefully next week
We'll
because
see
I'm
her soon.
curious.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's being she politely storms off.
She wants to go collect herself.
Yes.
She does. She comes back. Her friends are like, we're protective of you. It's our job to look out for you. And they think Kim gets defensive. And I think this is accurate. The friends think Kim gets defensive because she's not even confident in her own relationship. And I think that's true.
That's absolutely true.
And sorry, Kim, you don't have a reason to be confident. And we didn't see the trip you took last time when you brought in the new iPhone 13, but we don't know. We haven't seen anything that should make you have confidence in this relationship. We saw him go behind your back in video Zara. We saw him build a pillow fort between you two. Like there's been nothing that he's done to give you confidence in the relationship. So I think the friends are right. You don't feel that confidence. You feel uncertain. You're on shaky ground. And so you act the way you do. And hopefully that'll change. And hopefully you will get confident and you can be confident in your relationship. But until then, yeah, it's an issue for you.
I'm curious to see if these two will make it because I don't see it. But we know what I would love to see.
Yeah.
Soulja Boy in America.
We'd love to see that. Love to see that. Here's the only other thing that comes up. Alyssa brings up Zara and says, before you propose, make sure he's not talking to any other women. Why? She's apparently okay with him having a second wife. It would be hypocritical for her to care if Usman was talking to another woman.
But I feel like maybe Zara was an American woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, this is gonna sound weird, but maybe the mother of the children should be Nigerian, so she is there. She's not gonna be traveling back and forth from anywhere like Kim is planning to.
I don't think that's the plan. I think the plan would be for everyone to live together.
Yeah, but she said I would have my freedom. I could come back to the States and then go back to be with them because I wouldn't have the kids.
But so you think Alyssa's saying make sure he's not talking to any other American women?
Any other foreigners like with her.
Okay. I
But
still think it's hypocritical. I think if you're signing off that it's okay for him to have a second wife, then he should be allowed to talk to other women.
I agree with you. I do agree, but I feel like that's maybe where she went.
Interesting thought.
Because Kim keeps saying like, yeah, the second wife is just gonna be for the kids.
Yeah, that's what she tells herself.
Yeah, that's the naive
That's the only thing I
part of
can
this.
provide for Soulja Boy. So that's why she's coming in. No, she's coming in for other reasons.
Oh, for so many other reasons.
For so many other reasons.
All
right, let's move on.
Let's move on to one of our all-time favorite couple, Libby and Andrei, and most importantly, Chuck.
Big Chuck fans over here.
Big Chuck fans over here. I
Chucky
like Chuck. He went from being a total asshole to I really found myself understanding him and feeling for him. He had to go through a lot of things.
I believe in second chances. You guys know we believe in second chances. And then we don't get the whole story on these shows. And then once the full picture comes into focus, you can make real educated decisions on people. And we've come to love Chuck. So shout out to Chucky D.
To love Chuck.
Shout out to Chuck $. He's back.
He is back. And I was going to tell you, if I saw all these loudmouths hanging out somewhere in Florida all together, I would walk over and ask Chuck to take a selfie.
All right. You heard it here first, folks.
Or I would probably ask Andrei if he can take a photo of me and Chuck.
All right. Well, if we're ever at a tennis court in the Tampa area, maybe we'll see them because that's what we see first is them just playing a little tennis. I think they're trying to get Ellie into tennis.
Yes.
They're trying anything to make her famous.
Oh, that's right. She has the little YouTube.
The YouTube page.
Yeah, our niece tried watching it. She's 3 years old, and she wasn't loving it.
I don't think she was loving it. Blippy. Now, Blippy, that's entertainment.
I don't know what that is.
All right. Well, we go through their history. They've been married 4 years now. They got a house. It's beautiful. It's Andrei's American dream come true.
Which I get. I get that.
Speak on it from a foreign perspective.
I just think that owning a house in general is a big achievement for young people.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you are like the two of us who are just like, YOLO, where are we going to go next?
Can't lock us down.
Yes, but that's Jordan and myself. But eventually I would like to settle down and own something.
Yeah,
but
I can't speak on it from an American dream perspective, but sure, it's definitely when you own a piece of property, that's definitely a sign of achievement and adulthood, and I made it.
Yeah. It's just for Jordan and I, it's a sign of like, oh shit, now we have to stay here for a while.
Yeah, although I think I'm kind of confusing things because the American dream is something that is said here in America.
Yeah.
It's not just what foreigners say. It was never my dream, but...
To buy a house?
Yeah, I just did it because my mom was a realtor and told me it was better than...
I never bought a house. The only thing I bought for myself, besides my education, was a car that I still have.
Yeah, very nice.
Very proud of that too, by the way.
Be proud of it.
So I feel like when you come from a different country and you basically start from the bottom, although Andrei had some help from our friend
Started at
Chuck.
the bottom, now I have a used Hyundai.
That's me. Well, I love it. I love my little Hyundai. But yeah, like it just feels, and I get this satisfaction when it comes to work and when I graduated college and I just felt like, oh shit, I made it. Another big step for me.
Yeah,
and
another
you just
achievement.
feel I'm sure Americans feel proud when they graduate college. Americans feel proud for all these things when they buy their first cars. But it just, when you are a foreigner, it hits a little differently. There is something extra to the proudness.
I think for you more so because you did it on your own. There's some
it on my
super
own.
wealthy families overseas who send their kids here. I went to school with them. Send their kids here, pay for their education. They don't have to get a job to pay for tuition. You had to do all those things. You sent yourself over here. You worked. You paid for your college.
I worked all the time,
right?
guys.
And so there's even that much more of a feeling of accomplishment for you.
Yes. So I totally understand what Andrei is saying. Like,
yes. But they're showing Chucky D the house. He's loving it. Mm-hmm. And we learned that things got better between Chuck and Andrei.
yes.
Since that family barbecue. Chuck took Andrei under his wing and showed him the ropes of real estate.
One-on-one. So we learned that Charlie is out.
Yes.
And then Becky and... I forgot her name. Jen.
Yes.
Becky and Jen, I think they are still in the business, but they were not working with Andrei. Like Chuck kind of did this one-on-one with him and they got very close, and Andrei acknowledges this. He acknowledges that Chuck really helped him and that he basically says he wouldn't be where he is now if it wasn't for Chuck.
That's pretty big of Andrei, because I think if you remember back to the early seasons with him, he was all about me. I do things myself. I don't need help from anybody.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm thankful for Chuck. And I'm like, yeah,
All right, we love Chuck. All
good
right.
old Chuck.
So then while we're showing the house, we learned some other things because Andrei's pointing to different areas. This is a bedroom. This is a bathroom. I'm thinking about turning this room over here into a music studio. Why? Why, you ask? Would we need a music studio? I can tell already from the way Andrei talks that he's tone deaf. So why would we need a music studio? Well, to reignite Libby's singing career, of course.
Okay, this is why I laughed, because if she was a singer, if she was actually singing or enjoyed it, right? They've been on how many seasons? They got married 4 years ago.
Right.
They appear on TV at least at one season a year, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't you sing before? Just like, add it in, sing to Ellie. Just show us that you can sing and maybe someone will pick it up.
Have you not followed along with Soulja Boy's journey? He's literally getting married so that he could put his music on TV.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, Libby's like, I do a little singing. Maybe 19 seasons in, should showcase that.
And she wants to turn this into a career.
Yeah. And they go, well, if that doesn't take off, spoiler alert, it won't. If that doesn't take off, we'll have a second child. And I guess they can live in the soundproof room because babies cry and we can all get some sleep for once.
That's a pretty good idea. But this is what Andrei thinks. And Libby's like, oh my gosh, babe. Like, let's not even go get ahead of ourselves, right? And Andrei, and this is why I could not take Andrei, he goes from 0 to 100. He like loses his shit over this. He seems like from talking about his, a music studio, exciting. He goes like, oh my God, like why wouldn't I just, and he goes on and on in front of Chuck.
Yeah.
And he basically, like the way he went from a 0 to 100 was concerning to me.
Well, maybe I missed it. What was he losing his shit over?
Because Libby was like, oh, like don't talk about it, our plans. Like, I don't know if we're gonna have a second child. And he literally went from showing Chuck the house to yelling at her.
Right.
And I'm like, gee, take a chill pill over here.
Yeah. Libby wasn't ready to announce her comeback tour just yet. And Andrei kind of outed her. I actually buy this storyline a little bit, though, because they're fame hungry. They're money hungry. As we said, Andrei's put Ellie on YouTube trying to make her an influencer. So I could see Andrei being like, I don't know, Libby, maybe you could be a singer. Maybe anything for fame, anything for money. So I kind of believe it. I don't think it was a producer who was like, maybe you'll sing this season.
But she better knows how to sing at least a little bit.
Imagine she's amazing. Like Kara from last season, Kara and Guillermo. Very good singer.
Really?
Yeah, but she shows it off. She's on Instagram singing. She used to sing for... Imagine Libby just crushed it.
I mean, that would be amazing, but we never heard her do anything like that. That's why
I know, I'm with you.
If you had a passion or a talent...
You'd show it off.
Especially if you're on TV, you have a platform.
Exactly, yeah. So then the next day we see Libby meeting up with Becky, Jen, Mother Pam. It's been 6 months since they all got together.
Yes.
Just the ladies. And I think it was a bad omen or something because out of nowhere... it starts to downpour.
Well, that's classic Florida.
Classic Florida.
So they kind of run inside, continue drinking mimosas, and Mom Pam is like, "How is it going, Becky? Are you pregnant with a second child? Oh, now you're drinking mimosas." And Becky's like, ovulating.
Cheers to ovulation.
That's
I think Mom was being told by the producers what to ask because she seemed she seemed very unnatural. She was trying to be the host of the brunch and it was falling flat. But finally Libby's like, well, you know my passion for singing, right? I think I'm going to follow that passion now. And Pam's like, does Andrei know? And Libby's like, Andrei knows I have a good voice. He's very supportive of it.
So, and this again, I was like, what happened? Because she says, yeah, Andrei's very supportive. But then she basically says, yeah, but like he basically like, I have to ask a permission. Like, he gave me a permission to sing. And she gets upset. And then Becky and Jen are like, oh my God, he should not be doing that. It's like, didn't you, what? Pause. You just said that Andrei is supportive of your singing, but you feel like he's giving you a permission and that's wrong.
Which Because the thought at this brunch table, too many mimosas in, is that no man should have to give you permission to sing. If you want to sing your little heart out. And I first of all, Andrei doesn't have the best command of the English language. It's pretty good, but it's not the best. I don't think he was literally giving her permission. Like, when I say sing, you sing, right? I don't think it was like that.
No,
I don't think it was like Ike and Tina Turner over here. It was, you want to sing, go sing. Like, that's what I would say to you. It's not permission.
No, you would tell me, please do not sing.
No, I would say if you want to sing.
Anywhere in public.
I would say if you want to sing, go sing. Far away from me. Nope, keep going a little further. But that's not permission. What do you want the response to be?
Yeah, that was just a little
Sure,
drama.
do whatever you want to do. Then you would get shit on for not being encouraging enough.
Very true.
You can't win.
Then mom kind of steps in and brings up Charlie.
Oh boy.
And apparently Charlie misses everyone. And mom, that's what the girls are saying, that mom is in a denial that there is something wrong with Charlie, and they basically go on and on about his drinking problems.
Which, from what we've seen, and we can't diagnose alcoholism through a television screen, but it seems like, in these daughters or sisters are confirming, Charlie's got a bit of a drinking problem. They want him to sort it out. Mm-hmm. Pam's in denial of this. She's a bit of a Charlie apologist. And she's like, just get past it, guys. It's okay. Get past it. And Becky's like, Charlie has a disease. I don't want to be around him until he deals with it. Mm-hmm. We should stage an intervention. We need an intervention of Charlie this season. That would be good.
I would watch it.
That would be good TV.
Yes. And apparently they cut ties with Megan too, who used to be like their sister.
Yeah.
But she's with Charlie, right? But mom is saying, you know what? It's my birthday's coming up.
This is the real story.
All I want is to have all my kids there because I love you all equally.
This Real Housewife of Tampa just wants everyone at my birthday party.
And then she's like, is it too much to ask? And all the girls like, oh yeah, it's kind of a lot.
Pam, where were you at the last birthday party?
Oh my!
Where Andrei?
That wasn't a birthday party. It was Chuck's barbecue.
No. Ellie's like sixth birthday party or third. Remember?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cake throwing.
Yes.
And where were you then, Pam? We don't need everyone together. You'll see. Do you want a happy birthday or do you want a non-happy birthday?
I want everyone together. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But then Becky's being very vocal about Charlie's alcoholism, and mom goes like, I think you have an anger issue. I'm like, look at this freaking family.
Yeah.
That was great. It was great. Becky's like, wow. Like, wow. I'm like, wow, mom. You love all your children. Okay.
Yeah, Pam's coming in with a vengeance this season because I don't think she played a huge role in past seasons.
No, she showed up a few times.
Here she is, episode 1, chugging a bottle of champagne.
Well, I think this is going to be good.
I'm excited.
Me too.
All right, last couple of the
Is it? Oh, man.
first
Okay.
episode.
Yara and Jovi.
Oh, how the tables have turned to Reza.
So Jovi was saying, oh, I just came from work. Does he work somewhere in the U.S. now, or does he still?
As far as I know, he's still doing the same thing where he goes off on a boat for months at a time. It could be in the States, right? Or it could be another country.
I think he said it too, that he still does the underwater robotics. But I feel like if he said, I just came back from work, he must be exhausted.
He may not travel as much for work anymore. I don't know. That hasn't been confirmed. But the last we heard, he goes away. He's working on a boat for weeks at a time and he comes back. And so I get it. When you come home, you want to spend time as a family.
Yeah.
You want to spend time with your wife. Yara, on the other hand, is getting all done up to hit the town. She's got to go hang out with her girls.
Well, she met friends. Finally, a year ago, she met a couple of friends, a couple of girlfriends. And because there is a part of me that understands it because Jovi's traveling so much.
Yes.
So she was alone a lot.
Okay, and that's good to have friends when you're alone. And again, all I'm reacting to is what I see on TV.
Yeah.
But if Jovi truly just got home from work and wants to see his wife, she should be running off.
I agree.
To go woo it up with these imbeciles.
But she is running off to woo it up with these ladies.
Symphony with a C and Adele.
Just Adele.
With an
So she's meeting these girls. 2 blonde Americans,
Yeah.
no foreigners.
Let me just say this, because Jovi's like, I don't like these girls. They're a bad influence on you. These are the exact people Jovi was hanging out with 12 months ago. So let's just say that too.
Wait, why would you say 12 months ago?
Before Mila.
Ah, okay.
Right? These were the girls.
I think Mila's like 2 or 3.
These were the girls Jovi would be out with, partying until the sun. And now he's like, I don't like these girls. I think they're bad.
As you said, tables have turned.
And Jovi knows girls like this, and that's why he doesn't like them, thinks they're bad influence. He also says, if we didn't have Mila, I think we'd be divorced already, which is that's pretty honest.
That's very honest.
Brutal honesty. But yes, cut to the club, Symphony with a C, Adele, and why does Yara like these girls? Because they say what they think, just like me. Well, Mean Girls Club.
Well, foreigners are very. They say what they think.
Those are not foreigners.
No. But I'm saying
Symphony with a C does sound like a foreign name, but
what Yara is referring to is that a lot of Americans sugarcoat things and like to talk around instead of addressing certain things.
It's called being kind.
Yes, but a lot of Europeans are just like straight to the point. Like you don't bullshit around something. If something bothers you, you just address it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what she meant. I'm not sure these girls are like that, but I think that's what Yara was trying to say.
Yeah, Yara tells him, "Oh, Joey's upset that I'm out with you guys," and Adele's like, "Nope. He got 9 months when you were pregnant. Now you get 9 months." And then she bounces up and down in her seat like an absolute moron. I couldn't take it. I was like, watch out, your high seat is going to fall over. Adele, take it easy.
And then they talk about, let's go on a girls' vacation. It's like, she is a child. One of you, I think it's
2.
Symphony. Like, Symphony, don't you have a child too?
Yeah, Symphony with a C is like, girls' vacation, LA or Miami, obvi, and we'll have our girls' nights. And Yara's like, Jovi wouldn't like that. He will literally track my location. And in unison, the girl's like, what? I've never shared my location because I don't know how to figure out how to turn it on.
I think sharing your location is smart.
I agree. If there's someone you are concerned about or love or...
Listen, if people share their location like Patrick and Thais felt... Thais was basically stalking Patrick and calling him out on like, whoa, what are you doing now? Why aren't you home? What's going on? Yes, that's too much.
There's a way to abuse everything. There's a healthy way and an unhealthy way for most things. And there's a healthy way to track someone's location and there's an unhealthy way.
We do track each other's location for safety reasons.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to call out tell John like, oh, I just saw you spend 15 minutes in Target. Yeah. What are you buying? Like,
right. There's how you use something. And there's also the intent. And so if the intent is, I'm going to keep an eye on this person, well, that's pretty unhealthy. But if it's just, I want to make sure if you go somewhere early morning, I want to make sure you're able to get there. I think that's pretty okay.
Yeah, I agree.
So anyways, they can't believe it. It's unbelievable. They would never allow that to happen. And then, to make matters worse, Adele is like, Jovi's like that with the tracking thing because you're out of his league, Yara. He's not crazy attractive.
And then they add like,
Adele.
But like, you're cute together.
Oh, yeah, the filler has gone to her head. Poor Adele. And Symphony with the C, I don't even think that was trying to be a cool spelling. I think her parents are probably dumb too and just thought that's how you spell Symphony. Yeah, these girls, I can't stand them. I'm sorry, but I can't stand them. And Yara's like, I do find Jovi attractive, and he reminds me of my mom. Like, he tells me what to do, what needs to be done. And Adele's like, oh, yeah, I like that too. When we're having sex, when I'm being told what to do, it's so sexy. Oh, ladies. Oh, ladies.
Yeah, and then they have this boob conversation, and Yara doesn't feel comfortable after Mila and thinking of having a boob job, which is something I've heard from a lot of my friends who have kids.
Hashtag pepperoni and trash bags.
If we have kids, I think that's what I'm going to do too.
Yeah, go for it. Whatever.
Afterwards, yeah.
Listen, Adele had a breast dog, obviously. I love how she said that. I had a breast dog, obviously. Biggest regret? Not going bigger. I actually hear that. I actually hear that a decent amount.
Really?
Yeah, I want to go bigger because you get used to it, right?
Yeah.
I should have gone bigger. I should have gone. And then Adele's like, yeah, breast dog symphony with a C. I had twins, so you can only imagine the damage that was done. And Yara's like, yeah, maybe I should get a breast dog. Maybe that would help with my confidence. Because apparently Jovi, if you thought Soulja Boy's yellow teeth comment was bad, Jovi's pepperoni trash bags comment was no better. So
Yeah. Well, but go for it. Whatever makes you feel comfortable.
no, I don't care. Just show me the finished product.
Yeah.
Okay, Teresa.
I mean, I'm thinking about it. Not anytime soon, because again, we don't have any children. But if we do in the future, yeah, I don't want to have a soggy boobs.
No.
I think that's what would happen to me.
Yeah. Do whatever you want. It's your body.
Exactly.
You do what you want, but I'm going to do what I want.
What are you gonna do?
What should I do? I don't know.
I'm afraid now.
Yeah.
Nothing to your face.
Nothing to the face. What would I do? Abs? Do the Larissa abs? Maybe?
No, oh hell no. Just go to the gym more often.
All right. Done. See how easy guys have it? It's not fair, really. Because you guys don't even care. I feel like girls don't even care that much about guys' bods.
I do, but I just
That, like, the best thing to happen, the most unfair thing to happen in the history of genders is dad bods becoming, like, hot. It's like, cool. All I have to do is sit at home and drink beer. Done.
I think for me it's I wanted someone fit, but I don't
sorry.
need you to have no, you are. I don't need you to have abs, but I want you to be healthy.
Yeah.
Right? If I saw you like gaining a lot of weight and just eating sweets and drinking sugar or Coke and all this kind of sugary stuff, then I would be like, this is so unhealthy and you're getting unhealthy.
Have some pride in yourself.
Yeah.
If you're just sitting on the couch all day and
Just be healthy. I think it's important if you want to live longer.
Yeah.
Just hit the gym, eat some veggies.
All right, I'll
and
go. I took one
protein.
day off. I'm sorry, Teresa. Jeez. I took one day off.
All right.
That's it.
This is it.
That's it.
I wish we could keep going.
Good episode.
I'm very excited.
There was a lot to talk about, but we weren't going to cover all of the backstories. You guys know that.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it seems like it flew by. It didn't. We're an hour 20 in.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's the episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We're loving it so far, so good this season. Make sure you're checking out the Instagram. Follow us on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. Check out that Patreon, patreon.com/married to reality. The poll, that'll be up very soon for what we cover after Seeking Sister Wife.
Yes.
Yeah, so check that out. I don't want to give away. I don't want to put anything out in the air. And
No,
then,
don't.
We know the shows that we're going to put in the poll. Pretty 99% sure we know what we're going to put out there, but I don't want to say anything and then it's out there. So check out the patreon.com/married to reality. If you want to wait until the 1st of September, totally get it. We'll let the poll run until at least the 1st or 2nd. So you guys will have a chance to vote there. Follow the podcast, guys, wherever you're listening. It's so easy to do. You look down, you smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's hot. Yes. And I'm going to repeat it.
Oh, boy.
This new season.
So hot. Off to a hot start. Loving it. So that is it. Thank you guys for listening. We're doing it. A new season. Here we go.
Woo-hoo.
I'm excited. We hope you guys are excited. I think it's going to be a good one. All right. I've said it all. Oh, I have not said it all.
Jeez, what did you forget?
How dare you let me go without thanking Orsa for that review.
Oh, thank you, Orsa.
Thank you.
Good catch.
Oh,
Good catch.
I would have
Thank
felt
you.
terrible if I didn't thank Orsa for that
Thank
beautiful
you.
review. You
Beautiful
are the real
review.
deal, Orsa. And if you want to leave us a review, we would love that too. I promise I will not forget
Absolutely.
to thank you twice. All right. I've said it all now.
I've said it all.
That means we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.